Well, I'm in a rush today, but I've got more dumpster PCs. A pair of matching, well, they say HP Compaq. I never realized HP and Compaq teamed up, but I guess they did. These things are just as filthy as you might expect, sitting out by the dumpster. Found these ones in an apartment complex nearby, but not quite next to me. So, first things first. Looks like these came with XP Professional. Nice, I think. Stickers on the front say Pentium 4. Wow, that is a deep handle there with a lot of scratches. So, good enough. Now let's get, oh, this one's got a broken DVD drive. CD drive, not even a DVD drive. Okay. Well, let's, yeah, these things are not the, is this bent? Oh no, they're just curved on the side. Okay, my bad. They don't look so great. This one's got a lot of deep scratches on the front. But then again, they did come out of a dumpster. So, I'm the dumpster dive professional, I think. I wish I could get these scratches off here. Maybe I'll go to Walmart and pick up a magic eraser or something, but lots of sticker goo. Man, this is just filthy. This is that kind of dirt that does not want to come off either. I don't like that. And this side, I was hoping that these would stand up on their edge, but they're curved on both sides, so that's not going to work. I am in a huge rush. I've got about 20 minutes before I need to be out the door heading to work. So, this was not planned very well, or at all really. Looks like it's missing the PCI slot covers. That means someone's probably been in here before me. This one has one of them. Has some sort of card, I think. Not sure what yet. I think I saw a parallel port. All that cut enough for the sides. Now the front. Why do they have an American flag sticker on both of them? Interesting. Also just a CD drive. Haven't opened these up yet. I'm really hoping for SATA compatibility. That would be very nice. Let's see what we got for that card. That might be SCSI, actually. Interesting. Yeah, that's wider than a standard printer port. So let's open this one first. Dusty. Extremely dusty. At least this is one of those cases that has the instructions on it. It's kind of nice. And look at them. Oh, AGP. Okay, half height as usual. With, okay, it does have a blank. I'm not going to be able to install anything there. Did I look? Oxford Semiconductor. That's got to be a SCSI card, an external SCSI card. StarTech PCI 4S550. I will look that up some other time. Oh, that's a great retention mechanism. Okay. Interesting. I hate that. Proprietary power supply. Huh. Yep, just a CD drive. Whoa. Those are bad capacitors. Okay. Yuck. Huh. Oh, there's a lot of bulging capacitors on this motherboard. Okay. Yeah, this is not going to be a quick video, I think. That's not too bad. Now, question is... Okay. Oh, you... There we go, floppy drive. How do I get the... Oh, same one. CD drive. I'm going to be replacing that probably with a DVD drive. How do I open that? That doesn't tell me anything. Okay. It's just... Yeah. Okay. Not SATA compatible. 80 gigs, acceptable. That is a mess of cables. Oh my god. Interesting. Oh, that's sticky. Okay, it looks like this got wet at some... Oh, it's sticky in the back too. It got... I don't like... Oh, it's just... tape? It's the adhesive from the tape. Why would they put tape on? There's tape on all of them. I'm not touching... Look at that. That's disgusting. Okay. This appears to be some sort of chassis intrusion. Or it goes to the power supply fan, which is here for some reason. Get some of these cables off. Proprietary front panel. CD drive, HD audio, fan, and I think that I just squeeze this together and yes, okay. I'm going to bring this to work with me and see if I can... What RAM does this have? It looks like a good amount of RAM. I'm going to bring this to work with me and see if I can replace these capacitors. I keep my soldering iron at work because I always have to fix things at work. And my boss is too cheap to actually pay for a soldering iron. I have mine there. Anyway, quick. Wow. I can't tell if this has been wet or what. Good enough. Let's look at the other one. Do I even have time to look at the other one? I kind of do. Okay. Get all this stuff out of here. Ooh. Formatted. 1/16/2013. Okay. Interesting. Okay. not. They're pretty heavy. Pretty dirty. Okay. Just gonna pop this off. I know I'll need it off. This out of here. Looks like there's no cards on it. It's also missing the bracket. They probably, I bet you these were identical computers. They probably had a SCSI card in this as well, and probably decided that they wanted to keep it. So come on. This is also just a CD drive, and oh, come on. Yeah, that's, the whole tray is gone. That's not just a broken bezel, the tray's missing. Wow, I got really dirty taking it off. Okay, well, this is garbage. I don't know where to put it. Okay. Yoink. Hard drive. This computer is a lot dirtier than the other. 80 gigs, Macasaur Diamond Max plus 9. Great. Oh, wow, that's disgusting. It's a loose screw. Oh boy. That is so gross. Oh my god. I am touching all this before I go to work. Wow. How does a computer get this dirty? Oh my god, everything. It's just utterly disgusting. Okay. Those same capacitors are bad. I'll give you a better look here in a second. Once I get this 20 pin out. Come on. Okay. Wow, it's really gross. Yeah, those two right there. Those are bad. That one's bulging, that one's bulging. Bulging, bulging. Oh god. Oh no. The entire CPU VRM is just ruptured. Every single one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 capacitors have ruptured. These appear to be 6.3 volt, 1800 microfarad. I think I have spares for those. What's this one? This bigger one here, 6.3, 3300. I know I have spares for that. And this one over here is different again, 6.3, 1500. Yeah, I think I have spares for all these. So I'm going to take this motherboard into work with me so I can get to my soldering iron. Now, what kind of CPU does it have? How do I get this off? What kind of system is this? I see some sort of swiveling mechanism. Do I just pull this? I do. Okay. That's an interesting heatsink. Don't like that at all. But the retention mechanism is not as bad as I've seen on some of the other Pentium 4s. So what do we have? Pentium 4, 2.4 gigahertz, 533 megahertz frontside bus. I don't think that this has hyperthreading. did the case badge say? Case badge just said Pentium 4. If these boards support hyperthreading, that would be pretty kick-ass, but yeah, look at how bad those capacitors are. And it's on the other one too. Speaking of, okay, now that I know how to get this off, there's a little clip here. You push down on the clip while pulling out. Oh no, you just pull out, swivels up, gotta unplug the fan. Then these two, then these two. Again, not the worst socket retention mechanism I've seen, but very strange. Ugh. That's pretty gross. Cooler design. Is this exactly the same? Probably. Yes, it is exactly the same. So, nothing particularly special there. Same thing, these are super crunchy. These two are bad, that one's bad, that one's bad, that one's bad. These are all different brands. Different capacitors are bad on this one. Still don't know how much RAM that has. This one has, this one has 768 meg. With how chunky these are, I'm going to guess that they are 512 meg each. So this one looks like it's got 2 gig. Well, yeah, time to bring these to work and get those capacitors replaced. Assuming I have spares. Also assuming that I have enough spares for both. My God, these things are filthy. I'm so... Wow. Okay, I'll also do some research, see if maybe these boards support hyperthreading. That would be quite nice. So, goddamn. I'm leaving the CPUs in because A, I don't care about these. I have 1,000 spares. And B, leaving the CPU in will prevent any dirt or debris from getting into the socket itself. Now this is a CPU with pins on it. Instead of having a LAN grid array, it's a pin grid array on the actual CPU. But that doesn't mean that stuff can't get in the little holes. So we're going to, yeah. Anyway, I wish I had, God, it's just so filthy. This one definitely got wet at some point. So, great. Ugh. That's the PCI slot cover. Someone broke that off, looks like, trying to get the cards out. Must have been SCSI cards, or at least a SCSI card. So it looks like the airflow design for this case is pretty similar to a lot of other terribly designed cases from the era. I can't even get all that stuff off. Oh my God. Where the power supply sucks the air in, goes this way, blows out this way. Nope. Nope. Okay, I was wrong. This fan here sucks air in, blows this way. The CPU fan also sucks air in and blows this way. That's not as bad as I was thinking. Great. This is just... This is really filthy. Oh my God. Can't even get all that off. Good enough. I have to go to work. The next time you see me, I will be back here, hopefully with replaced capacitors. and we will see if these machines work. Here's to hoping. This is the problem that I'm running into. The dog legs on these capacitors make it really hard to fully seat those. I have to pull them through from the other side, which is not great for the board, it's not great for the capacitor, and it's not great for my really nice clippers. Yeah. Well, I've got them back, and yep, that sucked. That was the worst capacitor replacing I've ever had to do. I've plugged them in just to make sure the capacitors don't immediately explode, and so far so good, but at this point I think we should really just clean things, because there's a reasonable chance that these might actually work now. So I guess cue sped up footage of me cleaning. You're gonna have to forgive me. I was in the middle of cleaning these cables, but they're just so unbelievably disgusting that I don't think these cables can be saved. They probably work just fine, but my God, they are sticky, they're oily, they're just... I don't want them in my house, to be quite frank. Yeah, give me a moment to think about this, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've thought about it. I don't want those in my house anymore. I have thrown them away. Which goes against a lot of my kind of core beliefs here. Every hardware, almost every bit of hardware deserves to be at least attempted to be saved, but that was a bit much. My hands are still sticky just from touching them. So here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to put these in, these motherboards, just to see if they work. And if they do, we will go ahead and explore options for upgrades. Okay, I believe that's locked in place. Yes, okay, you're locked in. Now the bare minimum is going to be front panel, power for the motherboard, and the CPU. We are installing nothing else other than those and a cooler. So let's see about getting this cooler on. There they are. I do appreciate this design here. Makes it very easy to install the heatsink. Oh, got that plugged in. And we'll use one of the sticks of RAM that came with the systems to test. Okay, now, yes, let's see what it's got. Suppose I should plug the monitor in. Okay. Hey! It works, in theory. Get out of there. Okay. I'm gonna just set this aside. That makes me very happy. And we'll go ahead and stick the second one in. Same story as before. Okay, so front panel, motherboard power, CPU power, cooler. Now I did some research on these boards, and apparently they actually support pretty much the entire range of Pentium 4s. Currently, they have some 500 and I think 33 megahertz front side bus CPUs, which are kind of terrible. all Pentium 4s are terrible, but those ones especially so. That CPU fan doesn't sound so good, but the board seems to work. Will you get better if I do this? Oh no, it's not the CPU fan, it's this power supply fan maybe? That's the one. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. 256 megabytes. That's how big that stick is. Okay, sure. Which one is this? Oh, it actually says 256. Okay, I'm interested in these ones because they don't say what they are. This one says 512, the other one's in the other board. So, at this point, let's experiment. Let's go ahead and get us a better CPU. I've got plenty of options. Take this out and set it aside. We know it works. Now let's see what we've got. 2.4, higher front side bus though, which means it'll support faster RAM. This is a Celeron. Yep. They have their place, and their place is not here. Another Celeron. .533 front side bus, no thanks. 400 megahertz front side bus, that's an old one, okay. 533 and a Celeron D 533. I do have this one, which is 2.8 800 megahertz front side bus. We'll try this one. I hope it works, but when I found it, it had an X written on it. Now, we know the system works, and we know that this stick of RAM works, so let's see what happens. In fact, I don't even think I'm going to properly secure this fan, because this CPU could certainly be dead. So we're just gonna hold it down. I don't have it plugged in. Okay, so that CPU probably works just fine, which means now let's go ahead and get some proper thermal paste on there. Yeah, that was barely making any contact. I'm putting a bit more than it needs, just for the record. These OEM CPU coolers are notoriously terrible at making contact with the CPU. And when I pulled that up, even though the heatsink had a whole bunch of paste on the bottom, barely touched the CPU at all, and I was applying pressure. So, better safe than sorry. Okay, we will tentatively call this system CPU upgraded. I want to see about this RAM here, because I don't know anything about it. We're just going to do 2 sticks. Actually, we'll do these 2 sticks because the other matching stick for that one is in the other system. dual channel. As far as I know, that's how dual channel is set up on this particular board. And let's see what it says. I really need a keyboard hooked up so I can skip this. But this is memory testing, so might as well just HP D530. That's what this is, a DC57-8AV. It would have been nice if they put that on here anywhere, but I'm going to guess these are 512 each. It would be nice if they were 1 gig each. But, yeah. What was this one? 2.4, 800 megahertz front side bus. This will probably be our upgrade for the next system. I thought I had a whole bunch of Pentium 4s, but it seems I might be mistaken. Actually, you know what? I have an idea. We're almost up to a gig. Here's a 2.8 800, so that would match the one in here. Okay, so those are 512 each, and this one is a 3.2 gigahertz Pentium Extreme Edition. Okay, so 1 gig of RAM. Now let's try something else, because I've got this. I believe this is a GeForce 4 MX440, which, although nothing special, it is one of the rare low-profile AGP cards. How do you... like this maybe? Not a terrible design. Okay. Let's see if this board will still work with a graphics card, because one of the capacitors I replaced was indeed for the AGP slot. Where's the power button? We're gonna call that a win. Okay. So, what am I gonna do now? Well, plug everything back in for one, except this. This can... damn it, it's zip tied in place. It's not going anywhere. Okay. Well, let's get this HD audio plugged back in. Front USB, I believe. Well, I'm not gonna actually use this CD audio connector, but I guess I'll plug it in. And let's see what we've got for other connectors. Got something stuffed in the front here. Ooh, that looks, for all the world, like a SATA power connector. Oh, come on, it is. I need this. Wow, that's wedged in there pretty good. Okay, got it out. That will reach the CD drive, looks like. This will reach the hard drive, so I'm going to go ahead and bet that yes, 2 SATA connectors, which means I don't have to use IDE hard drives. Also, since I threw away the cables, I don't think I'm going to put the floppy disks or floppy drives back in either. So, DVD drive, DVD drive, a couple of hard drives, Now let's go Seagate 80 gigs. What do I need to make that work? I need these, which means I need a flathead screwdriver because HP. So I will be right back again. Screwdriver acquired. So let's get these out of here. If you're ever wondering, a lot of these older HP cases actually have a spare set of screws on the front of the case. So if you get one of these systems and some Neanderthal has stolen the hard drive without giving you the screws, there's usually extra, so you're not completely out of luck. Now that's older systems. I don't know, and I don't think that the newer HP systems include them. Just sort of for your information. Helps if you don't drop them. I really hate these screws, but you know, it is what it is. I'm sure HP has their reasons for using Torx combined with the flathead. Truth be told, I know what the reason is, and the reason is they want to make it just a little bit harder for people to service their systems. Because if anyone could service this system, anyone could repair them, well, there goes their profit margin. Oh, upside down. Okay. One hard drive installed. Let's see. SATA connected. Or power at least. Now this SATA cable is a little bit longer than I need it to be, but it'll work. We just got this to, okay, that's too long. I guess I'll be right back again. A couple of nice short cables here. Don't need much in these systems, at least not lengthwise. It's not about how long it is, it's about how you use it. Okay. That was a terrible joke. We'll do first one for hard drive. I actually need something longer. Okay. Okay, one done. I think this one actually already has it does, this one already has HP screws on it, so it should just, yep. Now, SATA power doesn't reach. Okay. That sucks. There's no more length hidden back there either. So I think I can either use an IDE DVD drive, or I can get one of my precious Molex to SATA adapters, and I think I know which one I want to do. I'm not reusing any of those nasty IDE cables. Not that any of these are inherently less nasty, they're just not as sticky. This one actually looks like it came out of a similar system. Okay, so we will, this one, yes. And here, because these motherboards expect the CD drive to be on the white header, which it's not really required, but the motherboard will flip out if we don't do it. Okay. And just for shits and giggles, we'll throw the CD drive that was already in this machine in it. This can go. Is this set for cable select? I don't want to run into that problem again. Is it set? It is set for cable select. Okay, so we should be good to just slap this bad boy in there. Ooh. The Hung Fu IDE cable. Great. That's good enough for me. I'm not putting anything in the PCI slots. Do not feel the need to do so, at least. So, what's the plan here? Okay. I'm not going to put the floppy drive back in. I don't see the need to. Oh, come on. Turn off. Well, front panel's on. Now, where does this... Does this connect on the back? Okay, one's done for now. Okay. And now for this one. First things first, I have another surprise. I have a second GeForce 4. So this one's a revision newer, not that should matter, but it's revision A4, the other one was revision A3. This is something that I actually paid for. I purchased this for $10 for this build. So, CD audio connector. You know, actually, since I'm using the original CD drives, I actually can connect that. So, what does this go to? Huh. Some of these cables got mixed around, it looks like. That goes there. This plugs in here. Audio. USB. And this one, the other one didn't have. Interesting. Bet you that the power supply is from a different supplier too. So let's get that connected. Yeah, that still has trouble connecting, so we're going to ignore it. Let's do this Western Digital 80 gig hard drive. Well, I don't have a Phillips with me. Let's do this. Oopsies. Seagate 160 gig hard drive. So let's steal the screws out of this one. Oh dear. This has been an absolutely gargantuan project. I cannot stress how difficult this one has been, these two computers. Even just the soldering. I've got over 3 hours of footage. And yeah. I'm cursing the entire time. Okay, now the side. Come on, get in there. I should pick up some Torx bits. I have a lot of OEM PCs to deal with. Okay. One. Get the SATA plugged in. SATA data plugged in. And the motherboard. Okay. That's done. I need another. This will do, I guess. I don't want them to be that long. Sure, this looks good. Good enough, at least. Get this pulled back up. CD audio at the back. Okay. Can't reuse one of the drives. As I recall, it had a bad loading mechanism, a bad tray. So we're going to preemptively take the screws out of this CD drive, which is one of the SATA ones I tried to use, and we'll put them in a parallel ATA disk drive. I know my videos aren't that interesting. I know. I'm sorry. kidding me? This one already has the... I don't want to use this one though. Nope, not that one. This'll work. This one's a DVD drive. Fancy, fancy. But we're just about done here. I just want to show the entire build process, so you know that I'm not taking any shortcuts, and so I can show you when I make mistakes, because I'm looking at a mistake right here. It's on the table in front of me. It should be in full view of the camera, I think. Have you guessed what it is yet? No, it's not that. Nope, not that either. You're bad at guessing. Here, I'll put this in. And I actually just realized I've made a second mistake. Is this one at cable select? No, it's not at cable select. Okay. Yeah, that would have caught me up. The jumper on the correct one. Now, I have made multiple mistakes. The one that I was talking about is I forgot to put this extra stick of RAM in. So let's go ahead and get that done and pray that it works. This should be 1 gig of RAM. Second, is I don't think I plugged power into my optical drive on the other system. So let's finish this one up real fast. Should be pretty simple now. I also forgot to plug in the CD audio connector. Not that it matters, almost nothing is going to use that, but you know what? It is what it is. So let's get this in here. That's good. I think we're done, other than the front panel and the side panel for this particular system. Where's the side? Here's the side panel. Okay, one done. Now I have to open the other one back up. Okay, did I plug in the power? I did not plug in the power. Okay, this needs to be plugged in here. And while I'm at it, where's that CD audio cable that I ignored? CD audio. Cable select. We should be good to go at this point. Okay, so before I get too carried away, back to the second system. Test this graphics card. I bet you this is going to be a gig of RAM, so let's fast forward through this. Okay. Yep, that's 1 gig of RAM. But you know, there's one other thing that we forgot to do. I forgot to upgrade the CPU in this one. It never fails. I always forget something. So let's feel this up. Get this out of here. Okay. That's our 2.8 gigahertz CPU. If I recall correctly, both of these upgraded CPUs should have hyperthreading, whereas the ones we took out do not. So should be a pretty significant performance upgrade over what was in there. And I like upgrades. I really like upgrades. Okay, get that in place. Plug the fan in. Okay. Shut this. Close this. And see if it works. Oh. What the hell? Studio Ghibli Collection Disc 6. Pom Poco Arietti. That is so scratched up. It's been bouncing around in this drive forever. That's amazing. That's an amazing find. Okay. I'm happy about that. I don't know what system this DVD drive came out of, but hey. Got us some Ghibli. Okay. After this, I mean, it's pretty clear that the CPU's working. After this, we're going to go ahead and cut. I'll get XP installed on both of these systems. I'll get the drivers installed. I'll grab some games and see what we can do with a 2.8 gigahertz hyper-threaded Pentium 4, assuming I can unlock hyper-threading in the BIOS, and some GeForce 4 MX440s. They were not high-end cards when they released, but, you know, not really that bad. Solid mid-range. Yes, okay. I cannot get the... Oh, front panel's not on all the way. Come on. I'll fix this front panel real quick. Ugh. Fixed. There, now the button works. Okay, yeah, I'll be right back. Small update. That DVD drive was dead. Also, one of the sticks of RAM in the other system was bad. I decided to run the Ultimate Boot CD and fire up MemTest, and I'm glad I did. I was able to replace it, no issue. But right now I have the other one running another round of MemTest just to make sure I'm not going to install Windows and have another 10 hours of issues like the last time. But progress is progress. Okay. So, I've got a bunch of games loaded up on this machine, including some that I don't usually install, but let's see what this MX440 can do. I've heard that it's about on par with the FX5200, if not slightly more powerful. So we're going to go straight for Battlefront 2. The FX5200 was reasonably capable depending on which version of the card you had, but it did struggle a little bit with this one. Also, built-in speaker. Let's see how this performs. The good news is, because these machines are basically completely identical, we can expect the same performance. Hey, this isn't too bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Hey. Acceptable. Yeah, this isn't bad at all. I'd play this, for sure. Maybe not with a ball mouse, but that's all we had back then. Okay, let's try another game. Let's go for Halo. This is probably gonna add, yep, it wants the disc. Don't judge me, I've had this game a very long time. Of course the CD case is broken. Okay. I have the no CD key. Fuck, words. Oh, it's very late. I have the no CD patch somewhere, but not on here. Yep, I have not run this before. Come on, skip. Sure. Is it possible to just verse some bots here? I don't think there are bots, but this will give us a somewhat decent idea for performance. I'm not familiar with this map. Yeah, this plays Halo pretty good. What's through here? I'm not familiar with this map. But you know what? I'd say that's not too bad. This would probably handle the campaign just fine. We're looking at easily close to, if not over, 60 frames per second. So, what else do I have that can stress this little computer here? And I will admit, I'm not keeping these sessions very long, or the play sessions very long, because these are my only low-profile AGP graphics cards. They do not have active cooling, and the airflow in these cases is god-awful. And to be quite honest, I don't want to cook those graphics cards. Let's try Quake 3. That's great. CD key. Okay. Sure. I don't know. I've never played Quake before. Sure. Insert the CD. Another one of those. Why did you let me get this far? Okay. Oh boy, I've had these games for a long time, and you kick me back out? Wait, that was single player, that's right. Skirmish, sure. Huh. Is there a way to increase the... There we go. Oh, that's a rocket launcher? Huh. Interesting. Oh, we have teams? Do we? Is this team deathmatch? What is this? How do you play this game? Anyway, it's running great, so... It's making weird noises when I hit that one glowing guy. So are you... I don't think I can damage that person. Weird. No, I can't hurt him. He, Oh. Helps if I'm not shit at the game. Okay. So why can't I hurt that? Why can't I hurt him? Is this like a specific game mode where you can't hurt one person? I suppose it would have helped if I had ever played Quake before, but either way, oh, unblock. I'd say that runs pretty darn good. Give me the CD, please. Had that CD for like 20 years, never played it. I don't think I really have anything that could stress this, so we're gonna go ahead and load up some Unreal Tournament and see how high we can push the settings before it starts to struggle. And that's one thing we can do in the future. I've got two of these machines. We certainly could land them together. Instant action. Deathmatch. Sure. Deck 17. That looks familiar. I think that's from the first Unreal Tournament. The one from 1999. It's going to work fine. Oh yeah, I knew it would. Let's see. How high can we crank it? Ooh, it has us defaulted to low settings, so we're gonna just do not display this again. We're just gonna bump up to kind of high-ish. And see what happens. I do not believe that the MX440 will be able to handle truly high settings. Oh, my mouse keeps getting stuck on things on the table. But this is clearly working just fine. Where did he drop? Oh, lava. There's lava there. Okay. But that's okay. Let's bump it up even further. Oop. Oop. Nope. Nope. I want options. Okay, let's see. Highest. Oop. That only goes up to high. Now let's bump up the resolution to 1024 by 768. The mouse is a little sluggish now. I need a mouse pad. Oh yeah. Oh, it's gonna struggle on this one. Oh yeah. It's weird though. The game itself appears to be running 30 plus. It's the response that's pretty bad. Like I'll move my mouse, and almost half a second later is when the actual game registers that movement. So I'm gonna need the flat cannon if I'm gonna get any kills now, because that's pretty fucking terrible. Ooh. Oh, I got someone. Oh, this is terrible. Oh my god. There are slowdowns, it's hitching. This is pretty bad. Okay. That's enough of that. Whew. So this is definitely not a high-end machine. But I don't think you could have fit any better graphics cards in this at the time. The GeForce 4 series came out not too long before this would have come out. I believe this would have been right around 2003. So you probably could have had an FX 5200 in here, but again, it would not have been much more performant if it was at all. I've heard that the MX 440 is actually slightly better. Now, if you had a 6200 a little bit later, that probably actually would have been a little bit better. But again, when dealing with AGP cards specifically, they never really made anything powerful in half height. So what we've got here is pretty darn close to as powerful as it can handle. If you know of any cards that are worth trying that are half height cards, I can see if I can get my hands on them, but I mean, I got these computers out of the garbage for a reason. I don't exactly have a lot of money, so no promises. But if you can think of something, let me know, and I'll do my best. In the meantime, I'm going to see if I can get these two things land up for a Unreal Tournament LAN party. If you'd like to see that, let me know. I'd certainly like to make it. And thank you very, very much for watching. And thank you, Sean Patrick, for being currently my only paid patron member. Although I have noticed the subscribers for my Patreon have started to creep up. Thank all of you very, very much. You make this all worth it. And I suppose that's kind of it for now. Hopefully you enjoyed this. And hopefully, I've finally made a video less than an hour long.